Okay.
Hello, everybody. How's it going on this weirdly strange, weatherly evening? In Pretoria, it actually feels quite hot. It's bizarre. It's like all the clouds, I think, have trapped all the heat, and now it's warm. But wait, tomorrow's going to be cold, like in Cape Town, I think. How's it, everybody? Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Tottenkopf, the joking atheist. Hello, sir. Hope Cat's joined us. Gentle inflatables. Yes, yes, yes. What you bouncing on this evening? Hope your hubby's knee. Yeah, I think so. Excuse me if I'm a little. The pills the doc gave me had caffeine in them, so I didn't sleep much. I slept a little bit this afternoon, which was glorious. Don't you just love a cat nap? Oh, there's nothing nicer than a cat nap. So this evening I thought we could chat a bit about courage. And courage is something that ironically enough, the lion in The Wizard of Oz lacked. Am I right? He needed a heart of courage. And to believe it or not, I've never actually seen the original of The Wizard of Oz. So yeah, the original with Judy Garland. I mean, that's where all her troubles started. By the way, if you haven't seen the movie with Renee Zellweger, Judy, go and do yourselves a favor and go and check that out. That was quite powerful for me. I mean, I love 1940s, 1950s. I love the jazz. I love the music. I love the movies, who the people were. I mean, Rebel Without a Cause, go James Dean. So yeah, there's lots of howdy Harley Quinn. I ain't Harley Quinn, darling. I'm Rebellious Ruth. So yeah, bring it on. Any rule you make, I will rebel. Eventually, I will rebel. I rebelled coming out of the womb. It's 3 months too soon. I think every law I've ever. Oh, is the tag? Every law, well, not law. Don't you just find things are so like we want? It's in human nature to rebel, no? I mean, who likes being told what to do? Definitely not me. I will do it if I realize, yes, okay, the captain of the ship is telling me to go into this lifeboat and to do this and this. Yes, then I won't rebel because then it's there to save a life. By the way, this is a bee bed with a bit of water. Not on any alcohol. Don't want to do that to myself. That would just be a disaster. Not tonight, anyway. Don't want to fall on my foot. And I got a moon boot. Is it this camera? Can I pick this camera up? Who wants to see the moon boot? Anybody? It's a moon boot. Okay. I traveled all the way. I got TG to travel all the way to the moon to get me a moon boot. Michael, and you must see it's got a pump action and it's like new age. Okay, we're going to show the moon boot. Zeiss moon boot. Small one, size 3, very effective. Worked nicely, yeah? Very good. We go to the moon. Yes, with astronaut. I'm astronaut. But yeah, there are so many things that I just want to commend people for having such courage. Maybe a wee bit myself. I was pooping myself, I must be honest. The anxiety did clap when I saw all the tents outside the hospital, and you've got to say goodbye to your fellow peers and not knowing when or how you're going to see them. But the hospital staff was very amicable and things progressed smoothly until they put me in the back of some far gone, forgotten place where all the nurses go and speak to their boyfriends, and I didn't get a class A room. I'm actually going to contact my service provider and say, where was the 5-star room, ensuite bathroom and everything? But I suppose it was a day ward. Anyway, or the doctor I was using is not a part of the hospital there. Who knows? He's not on the board. Not a problem. But yeah, it feels good. A bit swollen. I'm starting to feel the bones and I'm starting to feel the swelling coming down. But yes, sorry, to get back to my point. If Elizabeth, if you could have no gravity with the boot, if we could have no gravity. Listen, I believe also in like 50 years' time, okay, whether they can get if they will implant that chip from what's his name, Tesla will probably all be flying in future. There'll be no cars anymore. And we'll all be carrying like moon boot backpacks, jetpacks, like the Jetsons. Here we go. Right, losing track. As always. courage. So let's get the courage message out the way, and then we can talk poop. Right. So courage. So yes, I was a little anxious, and I put on my smiley little self, greet the people, how are you, hello, yes, yada yada. Go to the room. I think I went into theatre at 28 minutes past 9 because I took a record of my stuff, and I came out of theatre 10:35, and I was so nice. I met the anaesthetist. You usually do, but this one was actually like listening to me for the first time. I will find out his name. He is based in Pretoria. What an amazing man. Like, you could just feel, and I'm sure Jonathan Witt does the same thing. I just said to him, I'm sensitive with anesthetics. The last time I woke up feeling not so good. This time I woke up feeling pretty okay, and it was so weird. Like, they've changed the hospital, so you go up in the elevator to the theaters, and they've actually got this whole corridor that shows the sky. It's kind of cool. So you can sort of see outdoors, and that calmed me. Outdoors always calms me. I'm an outdoor girl. Whether it's hiking, that's why this thing on this foot, please, 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 please get better. Must get better. We must all heal, and I think we must all heal each other. Right, back to the topic, courage. So I'm having a lack of time. Oh, and I told the anaesthetist the last time they tried to put the needles in me, to put the anesthetic in me, my veins fell because I was so nervous. I do clap anxiety, I do. So he said, okay, he'll give me something. So I think he gave me a Dormaloft or something before. Had a little bit of water, slicked it down. Definitely, I'm sure helped. Definitely. Meanwhile, it puts on the mask, arm, injection, here's the mask. There, see the little doctor. Hi, doc. The nurse looks at me, looks like, why is she still awake? I'm like, do you remember the x-rays? I had to go and get the x-rays, and we had to turn me over on my back and inject the back with like a little bit of like cortisone that could like loosen the muscles a bit or whatever it was. I'm just giving you my whole breakdown on my personal history here. And the anaesthetist and the woman are like, why is she still awake? next thing I remember, he answered something. He's like, oh, you got the x-rays? I said, yes. He's like, oh, okay, we'll write it in. You just have to sign something. So I'm literally like, I don't know what I'm signing because yes, sign, do it. And yeah, goof. Next thing, wakey in a beautiful room. Was a bit cold within the lovely woman who work in the waking department after the trauma. Was so sweet. And I think it helps to have a good attitude. Like Herman was saying this morning, be nice to people because you catch more flies with honey that way, not vinegar. No. And yes, while I was waiting for theatre, the last time I was at the same hospital, most of the beds were full. These are you obviously kept completely separate from any sort of a CODA ward. But yeah, it was not. There was another lady next to me who was having an op, and that was two of us for a Friday morning. I don't know how busy. It wasn't busy. And I asked her, how's it been? She said, it's slowly picking up. And the thing is, people are not going to doctors. They are scared to see doctors. And in a way, I understand that fear. But I've actually, when the test came back, because, okay, so go for x-ray Monday, Tuesday see specialist. Decide, okay, actually, the pain of the foot is actually worrying me more than maybe just zashing it. Like, where's the, was die bile? Billy? Jannie? Bring die bile, ek wil hom afkap. Nee da, boom, hy's af nou. Nou is 'n ander probleem, maar die pyn is weg. So ja, maar dis nou nie 'n slim idee nie, nee. Dis wat hulle gedoen het seker 200 jaar gelede. Ja. As ietsie gepyn en dan slat ons hom uit. Of trek hom with a shoeing, with a horse shoeing. What is that thing called? Ferriny? When you shoe a horse, what's it called? I can't think of the name now. But yeah. Anyway, but tooth pains also, and that's what the foot felt like. It started feeling like it was in that kind of constant druk pain, like all the time. And I'm still not sitting with it right. Exactly. It's going to take training. I need to make a few adjustments. But so there were two people there. Okay. Remember, you're also not talking. Thank God for WhatsApp, and thank you for all the support that everyone was giving me, sending me messages. I so appreciate it. I think it's so important today to have good networks and good and happy, positive people in your life. So, thank you. And what I want to say is, so twice. Remember last week I spoke about a friend of mine who's having a shunt put in. Her operation was, thank God, successful. Another friend of mine who I knew from school, similar situation. She was leaking spinal fluid, and they did one up. And I don't know their details, so I can't elaborate. But she had to have a second one, and now she's also got a shunt. I don't know where, I don't know the details, but I'm telling you, she is the bravest, also the bravest woman I know. She has, I think, 2 or 3 little boys and a husband and a wonderful sister and a mom. And the fact that she's still there, she's the nicest one of the bunch. Oh, she's got a brother as well. I haven't met him, it's been years, but she is genuinely like such a good chick. You know what I'm talking about. I won't mention names. Love you, Nunu. And this is hard for her. Like, imagine having to have something, I don't know. It's just, and to my good friend Laurie, who's an advocate also for brainwaves or headwaves, sorry, and her friend Nicolene. Such strong woman, such courage. Nicolene survived a head-on collision of about, I think it was 8 years ago, maybe a bit longer, where she couldn't remember how to walk. She couldn't remember anything that she knew who, thank God, who people were, but she couldn't remember memories. She didn't remember our first kiss. So yeah. So I think every single person at the moment, and especially now, needs a little bit of courage. And if you have to be nice to fellow people to just show them, there's always hope. And how also I came out of hospital, like there was a bit of drama. There's always a bit of drama. But everything just worked. Like I just felt the big guys on my shoulders just pushing me along. Like everything's all good. Everything's going to be fine. And yes, I mean, and I think the one person that must be totally commended, actually 2 people, must be TG and my son, because I don't think they thought further than their noses with this thing, right? Like, thank God the lady that works for me, an amazing woman, Elizabeth, yes. Okay, so I'm drinking this and it's in a glass, but I always swap. Like, I got home. Okay, first we had to get the crutches, because I knew I had crutches, because this thing on my foot's been bothering me for so long. I actually have a pair of crutches lying around, which my son was playing with the other day. And get those. Okay, great. And just slowly process. But there was nothing. I mean, thank God I had some prepared food. It was just like, okay, you people need to organize. I need to lie down. Where am I going to lie down? I'm not going to lie down there. Like, get this out the way. I can't, you know what I mean? Like, you prepare for an operation, but there's so much behind the preparation. Like, if you're a mom, especially, you have to organize the kids have food. You have to make sure there's clean washing and there's linen. And this is all before you go in for an operation. Men, if you have a woman in your life that takes care of you when you're sick, love them, adore them, because Daisy DeMalca was taking care of her sick. Which is probably, if I don't treat TG Guy very well, he's going to do the same to me. So yeah, and the pills I got, like I said, had caffeine. So now I'm having a bed because I think I want to try and stay up till a reasonable hour on a Saturday night and not wake up at dawn's crack on a Sunday. So tired of waking up early. So tired of it. And yeah, I hope I get some sleep tonight. I'm feeling really wishy-washy. Like those pills really snort up you in the anesthetic. I just really don't want to catch flu. And I definitely don't want to get the CODIF. It's like everyone's actually scared to like see me now, obviously, because you have to sign a form when you go in there that you realize this is where people are being treated for COVID, and do you accept sort of the chances of that you may get it? So all these things as you're walking into this hospital, plus you realize like you're going to go under, you're going to have anesthetic. Anesthetic is very complicated. Mr. Jonathan Witt, if you see me or if any of you know how I can get hold of a good doctor, please let me know, else I will contact him this week. I think he did once mention something about coming on. I'm also planning on having a couple of our viewers on. Okay, I'm not reading questions. Okay, Elizabeth says, courage is the secret sauce that allows you to act despite your fears. I like it. I like it. And we all need some of that secret sauce right now. But if people are, you know what I learned as well, this other lady I met, besides also I've learned so much from Elizabeth. She's an amazingly strong, wonderful human being. Is that if you have your fears, and I have a lot of them, like I've got different, you guys must check out Juggling the Jenkins. She describes it down pat. She even has all her characters, like her brain character takes like the board meeting. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Then there's anxiety, then there's paranoia, then there's like teachers going to school, diet in the background somewhere in the subconscious, what clothes is she wearing, how much weight has she lost, like all the shit women think about going on. Juggling the Jenkins. Yeah, she's a recovering addict. Yeah, I don't know. She's been sober for I think over 12 years now. She was basically on prescription pills and then obviously hardtack, but she was young, she was in her 20s and she actually met her husband in rehab, and what an amazing story. So yeah, actually I want to put on the glasses. Maybe I put on the glasses and might be, wow, look at that, isn't that pretty? Okay. Joking atheist, no, gravity scares me. I can't be standing upright anymore if that was true. I don't know what context this is, but I'd have thought the one day. As women, we always say, oh, women, we've got so much to do, we've got so much this, we've got so much that. When you're high on painkillers and you're dirty cuck or you're pregnant, gents, are you listening? And I used to, when I was pregnant, I swear, I was so tired because you get very little sleep when baby's in stomach and when baby's about to become out of stomach. Actually, that whole adage of saying that says, you sleep like a baby. Babies wake up several times in an evening and they don't sleep for the next 3 years continuously if you're lucky. So yeah. So what I was saying, so while you're in the slumbery, sleepy, exhausted state, you just have to plunk yourself down and then nod off to sleep again. It's fantastic. And I realize men have not been warranted such an opportunist gift to stand and urinate. This is true. Very, very true. They have to like imagine some drunk guy stands up, okay, I'm not gonna stand, and then yes, pull pants down. Stand, where's the bowl? Oh God, where am I? Oh, okay. Oh shucks, it's going all over the place. Moms with boys know exactly what I'm talking about. That little toilet, kiddie's toilet, will smell like boy pee for years to come unless you nip it in the butt. So yeah, that's what I have to say there. But I just want to say, if you know someone who's going into hospital, encourage them for their own health. Be nice to people. I have this thing also, and someone's going to be joining me about being decent to service people. No, I became a bit of a bitch. I was just like, get me out of here. I want the porter. I hadn't even seen the doctor. I was like, get the porter, because it's now going on 2:00 and I've got shit to do at home and it's a Friday night, and I just thought like, okay, I want to get out of here. I don't have a drip in me. I don't have crutches, because I'd have to pay from them also out of my savings, which is like not very much anymore, due to all the tests, and I probably have to owe a shitload of money to everyone else. It's great. So, oh yes, speaking of which, there is a monetary application added to this for this evening. I've got staff to pay, and the amazing people that have started my channel for me, TG and Elizabeth. I also want to try, not promising, but if there's enough in reserve, I'd like to try and at least once a month give 10% of said earnings to a benefactor or a fund or a good organization that needs it. Times are going to get very tough. And hopefully maybe even register. I don't know how big we'll get, but you never know. The sky's the limit. In fact, the astrosphere is the limit. Get a PBO maybe going. I don't know what that entails. It's something we'll have to look at. But these are just ideas floating around my head. Who knows? Like Chad said, once you hit that, you can only go up. Right, to act in spite of fear. Yeah, we said that. Joking. Elizabeth, I also worry about where to rub your lamp. Lawrence would murder me. Hey, moet gedraai julle. Moet ek die skoen kry? Ek het 'n moonboot. Ek gaan hom looi. Oh yes, I was talking about my son and TG. I think they need courage because I'm like, I actually need a bell. I used to have a bell. In fact, I do have my bell. Where's my bell? It gets zapped. Isn't it amazing how you go through life and then you notice that the shit that you once remembered having or did have isn't up there? With all the stuff on I don't know. Just don't hurt yourself. Disappears. Like the stuff you remember having is just gone. No, don't worry. I'll look. Well, next time. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, we actually need to find it. I gave my friend a sex bell. That's what we needed. Damn it. It was a little red bell I got from Big Blue. Had sex bell on it. Thought it was very appropriate. But yeah, that's coming next. Believe you me. Oh yes, ladies and gentle bees, that's coming next. So, Linda van Rooyen, I am a theatre sister and feel very blessed to look after my patients when they can't look after or speak for themselves. Aww, you have got big wings. Big, big, big wings. And you are going one time to that place, because I think the most selfless thing you can do is give of yourself to make that person feel comfortable in every which way that you would like to be treated. And isn't that one of the commandments somewhere that says treat thy neighbor as you would like to be treated? Don't quote me, I'm not a rabbi, but I mean, thank you, Linda. Thank you to all the people who can't speak. I know, it's getting emotional. It's all the dwellums. Maybe it's just a time of the month. I wouldn't know. That's gone long ago as well. She was diagnosed with CODIF. She went in. She had to have a respirator. She was on it for, I think, 7 weeks. It damaged her esophagus and her voice box, so she can talk, but she's also very, like, she doesn't just talk to anyone. Like, yeah, clever lady. And she's being fed intravenously through a tube, and hopefully she'll get the prey that she is able to talk via a tube. Like, she had a little bit of yoga last weekend, and it's a learning thing. You take your body so for granted. You really do. We do. And I think health, I'm personally going to listen to Tim Noakes, and I swear I'm going to really try and refrain from eating crap out of plastic boxes, because if you look at margarine, I don't use margarine. I've never used margarine. I think when I went to people's houses, like, oh, can I have the margarine because it just looks so yummy, because I never have any in my house. My mother, bless her, what an amazing woman. Okay, and I used to take my lunch to school in glass bottles. That's the kind of hippie my mother is. Well, she's from the Transkei, so for her, anything was better than nothing. So yeah. What, that payday? Yes, time of the month is payday. Yay! It's already all gone. What, you kidding me? In, and then some of it flatters out, and then you hope to God you can that everything else goes off. What's it? What's the most horrible sound at 12 p.m. when you hear all your debit orders going off? What was that joke? Well, there was a meme. Oh yes, we're doing. I'm not going to tell you too much because else then everybody else uses my brilliant ideas. But if it works for them, l'chaim. Good for you. Yes, Elizabeth does work for free, but I don't like people working for free. I believe there should be reward. By the way, okay, so reward. Busy Lizzie Creations. She's based in Cape Town. Yes, I know. People listening from Johannesburg. She ships stuff. She has an amazing website, catalogs. She's very talented. When I redo my place, which is soon, because I realized also how you need new things in your life, right? Every now and again, you have to have something new, whether it's a hobby or a little bit of courage, or you have to embrace the new into your life. Because if you don't, I don't know, you almost stay stagnant. And stagnation becomes very comfortable. It really does. It's like, it's comfy. It's nice to be in a comfort zone. And I think that's one thing that this COVID thing has taken away from all of us, is that our comfort zones have been totally, so to speak, ripped. Like if our comfort zone was the pregnancy and the umbilical cord was attached to like our stability and routine and the way everything happens in our lives for just years and years and years and years, and all of a sudden this big thing has come and severed it. It's actually people who've severed it, because at the end of the day, it's your choice. It's your choice to follow and obey. It's a choice to decide to and yes, we are all scared, but the truth is, maybe I'll still get CODIF. And maybe I won't survive it, or maybe I will. But you know what? Everybody's chances are 50-50. So yeah, I mean, to my friends, please pray for my friend who's going through a hard time. She needs all the support she can get, not necessarily financially, but emotionally. She's got like something sticking out of her that's draining cerebral fluid back into her body so that she can. It's bizarre. I don't know. And she's not the only one. It's kind of strange. Like, what's going on? It's very, and she's healthy. I don't understand. I'm not too sure. But I wish you the best, my angel. If you need a phone, I'm going to be up for lots of days and nights. So if you see me online or on Facebook or on anything, please give me a shout out anytime. Okay, Elizabeth says, Rebellious Ruth, we should add a private room for ladies on Discord and do a morning session workout. We can do that. We can try to do that slowly. This is a baie goeie idea. This is a funner idea. But Discord is still very strange. We need Chad or you to come on and to explain to the people like moi how to use the thing. Because it looks cool. It's sort of weird on your phone, I know. On the computer it looks better. But yeah. By the way, people, if you know friends who might want to tune in, you can share the link to the stream on the WhatsApp. And yeah, share it with your friends and family, someone old. Maybe it's the neighbor you don't like. If you don't like me, I don't really care. But I think the more people I can communicate with, and we all can communicate with, especially when everyone is so alone. I must say, at one point at the hospital yesterday, I felt incredibly alone. And the truth of the matter is, it's a fear that you have to embrace, because 9 times out of 10, when something happens, you're going to be on your own, and we have to power our strength up to deal with it. I just turn into a puddle of tears. I think, I don't know, but the tears help release some form of cortisol or something that I need to help work, I think. And men need to do it too. Men need to cry. More men need to cry. They'll be so less frustrated. I think if I cried more, I wouldn't have any temper. If I was like one of these drizzling ninnies, I'd be the calmest chick on planet Earth. I really do. Um, what? Who's talking about cat? You're talking about wet yoga again? Where we? Cat, ding, 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 jackpot. Your body is temple, correct, and we've got to be so careful of what we put in it. Says me drinking this, but it's not as bad as the other stuff. I really like it. Sweetened with honey, powered by royal jelly, which is very good for you, and propolis, which is also good for you. And I don't know if you can get them. They sell them at spas. They're thinking of not importing them because of Iran. By the way, what's happened to Iran? I have not looked at mainstream media. I mean, I sort of catch here and there if I'm interested, but it just depresses me, and then I start clapping anxiety about country and this and politics, and I mean, we listen to Morning Shot in the mornings, but I want this. I want us to work. I want us to embrace our fears. You know, I'm sick of relying on corporate governance, and we rely on each other. We barter. We make it work. We help other people to survive. Yeah, you know, we make things happen for ourselves. People came to this country with a suitcase of knives. A suitcase of knives. Perhaps they were a butcher, and they created so much for themselves. Have faith. Take each day, day by day. You know, and I'm to blame. I'm totally wrapped up in the whole. Okay, look, I suppose not as most, but like being part of the capitalistic system. Like I would actually hate to be a mass employer right now. I'd be shitting myself. I wouldn't. I'd like yeah. So it's a bit nerve wracking. Elizabeth, I need to open 2 Pinterest accounts. I think I have one already. I hate it when you're on your phone, everything pops up. That's what's a bit annoying, I suppose, with the YouTube. But at least I have 2 weeks basically to chill and just I want to do so much. I've got that list as long as my arm, and there's just not enough hours in the day, especially when I'm still technically working. I've been booked off, but the man can't leave me alone. What can I say? Just kidding. He's gay. Anyway, fair enough. Fair enough for what? Okay, be a pirate. Arr! I'll be there, mateys. Can I jump in the water now and again to take a swim? Sweet. Oh, by the way, did you see that meme I posted with the under the water? Did you see it? I think it's on my status as well. Like, and you look down, and I knew it was coming. I knew it was. And there's the shark. Maybe I spoiled it now. Oh, well, you'll see. Not that terrifying. Not like these other crazy ones you get. Kind of, you're going to go, woo, woo. But that's fear, right? In fact, if your body didn't know how to deal, the fact that we actually have cortisol and we have, what's the other hormone? Oh no, don't tell me I've gone blank. Adrenaline. Like, how brilliant is that? That your body actually can cope with that. Your body knows you're gonna need to like jump because nothing's certain enough. Yeah, I feel so sorry for those Beirut people. Who's helping out there? Actually, I haven't even looked at like world news yet. I know I'm jumping from jump to jump to jump, but I'm talking about courage. I'm talking about imagine that happening to us. That was horrendous. And I know I posted something also on the group. This guy, Naz Daily. He's incredible. He's a Palestinian and Arab Israeli. He's not a Palestinian. He's an Arab Israeli who grew up in Israel. And he's done Facebook and he's gone all around the world. And he says that basically anyone today can own a ship. Oh, well, that sounds grand. And there are no rules how to govern the ships. None. And the ship that was stopped off the coast of Beirut had this, what was it, sodium nitrate, what was it, chlorine nitrate, sodium nitrate, I can't remember now, but yeah, like Kat says, choose love, not fear. Salut, my dear. Exactly. I know it's hard, can be very hard, I'm trying. Except TG guy wants to kill me already. Daisy to Malcolm my ass. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. What you guys up to this evening? Who's having a drink? Cat, but don't love the shark. I actually met where were we? We went to Richards Bay, and I took a ferry. And can you believe it? The man in my life at the time didn't want to come on the ferry with me and go on the high seas. Can you believe that? I was totally flabbergasted. I was like, what? I don't give up. Listen, you put an experience in front of me, and I'll try. I'll definitely attempt it. Fit, willing, and able. Yeah, I'm very keen. And the man that was chartering the ship, the captain, basically said, no, he's got the biggest fear of sharks. So maybe it's a past life thing. Who knows? But yeah. Right. We only got 8 people. I tended to waffle off. So maybe everyone sort of got have you got any dislikes there, Mr. There are no dislikes tonight. Isn't that flippin' marveling? They just decided to leave. Cool beans. By the way, people, if you're watching this and you like the kind of trivia and drivia that I have to rant on about, click the red button and it will turn grey. And there's apparently a little bell icon that tells you when I'm on. So for the record, until summer comes, and I don't know where my Saturday nights will take me, I'm streaming on a Tuesday, a Thursday, and a Saturday night until further notice. I have a website. No, I do not have a website. I've got a Facebook page, Rebellious Ruth. Contact me on there. And yeah, very, very cool, man. What are you guys planning on doing? Who's watching the Formula One tomorrow? Whoop, whoop. Who? Did we get the results? Who's in the running?
Hamilton first.
Yeah. What's new? He better. Oh, that's my next thing. Code. Okay. There. Okay, Hamilton first. Who's next? Where's Bottas? Okay. Okay, Verstappen. Okay, and where's Daniel? Where's Daniel Ricciardo? Fourth. He's come up. Yay, go Daniel! Roof, roof. Let's all do Daniel tomorrow, guys. Yeah, Daniel's gonna win this. Elizabeth, Pinterest created. Mwah. So good working with such awesome people. Hello, Jim. How you doing, man? Did you have a lacquer Saturday? I hope you had a nice cat nap. I didn't have. My pain meds have caffeine in them, so I'm feeling loco. No, not really. I'm okay. Am I behaving, people? I am. I'm a good girl. I really am. Oh, yes. You. Except, yeah, Clint schemes I'm in a Daisy DeMalke's ass because I'm an invalid. Jim, I've got a moonbird. Okay, I can kick him around the house. Yeah, so we need to enable people. Oh yes, my Discord. So is it also an app you need to download? How many megs is it? Look, it is, but it's an amazing platform. You can also access it via, I think, your search engine. Am I correct? I actually need Elizabeth. Can we not take a call from Elizabeth to explain how to do it? Okay, TG guy hasn't set something up like that for the moment. By the way, is my Snap Scanny Magodas thing, because these things need to be kind of Zashed work budgeted for. They're not in the budget for, but we'll get there. And like I say, we need to enable people at the moment. Like, I don't mind helping someone I've got this amazing guy. He's called Happy. He makes Tinker toys. He makes wooden toys, and I would love to support his business. Instead of us all giving our kids plastic crappy junk that uses batteries and annoys the cuck out of us. Give a toy like that to a parrot and you'll go mad. Huh? Who's drunk?
You.
Who's drunk?
Jim's drunk.
Oh, good. Hi, Jim. I'm just high on pain meds, sort of, and I'm just coming down from like 24 hours past of having anesthetic. But I'm all good now, yes. And I was just saying how amazing all the staff people are. It wasn't that very busy. Like, there were a lot of rooms that were very empty, and the theatre, when they rolled me in, there were only 2 beds, me included. So there might have been a third person, I'll come to think of it. But anyway, I need Dr. JW's number from you, if possible. If you'd ask, I so want to ask so many questions. I scanned the barcode and you paid me 100 Rand. Thanks, Ruth. You're welcome, Chad. Use it wisely. Go and get those lovely ingredients. I still want to hear about your sauces. I'm very keen to see about your sauces. I want to know what's the maturation process like, and how much are you going to sell them? How many mils? We must try and get them kosher, because if they're kosher, they'll do really well.
Why not Zappa?
What? Where? Why not Zappa? What's the difference? It's just because Zappa. I don't know if the. I actually don't know. Please, I went down this rabbit hole and I just decided on this one, even if it's working. What's the difference? Is there fees and other things? Because I know Zappa. Oh, too many apps. I know it's such a car, but we got to get with it. Like, Discord is cool, cat. Please delete all the healthy schmuck thing and that game and that crossword and like all the shit on your phone you don't need. And we can also get micro SIMs. If you didn't know this, you can get like a little memory card that you can insert in your phone that gives you more space, like a hard drive. Yes, did you know that? You can actually do that, and then it creates a bigger space. Yeah, I know. So down keeping, we keep all our stuff on our phone, and it's especially now, there are people out there who starve, and soon there's going to be a flood of phones. Yeah, no, I'm just thinking, Clinton, just bear with me. My point is that download your stuff. Once a month, update your stuff to the cloud, your photos, because you take photos every day. You have important documents on your phone. We're always taking photos. I am. Update it somewhere. Back it up. So many people I know in the last few years, I mean, how many times have you smashed your phone or landed in the pool or whatever it was, and everything's gone? And that's so sad. I think the fact that what's really weird is the fact that we're able to capture so many of our memories at the moment. Like, I still believe if people had cameras in the 80s or the 90s, the 90s, I don't know where I'd be today. I could crack on gejaagd. Yeah, or at least that's what they tell me. Huh?
Like video cameras are on.
No, like cameras on your phone. Like didn't see me dancing on no tables, thank God, or dancing there, or running there, or plundering up that mountain, or up die boom. It's all in here, sugar bean, or at least I think it is. We can always make up stories, So what was the most embarrassing thing that someone took a photo of you? Or thank God, if you think about it, didn't. Let's hear the stories. Anyone? What was the most embarrassing thing you did that you were so grateful for? That there were no cameras around. Besides Jim nearly electrocuting the girl that wanted to get frisky with him. Yeah. Remember that story? Anybody else want to share? I don't know if I have to scroll down. I need to see. Are you drunk, Jim? Yeah, Cat, you'll like this. Discord looks very weird. Okay, I think either Chad or Elizabeth really need, but we can explain that there was a tutorial that we posted. It did feel a bit long-winded, but you have to play with it like everything. I mean, we have to play with ourselves, we have to play with apps, we have to play with computers. These are things of life. You have to experiment a little bit. No? I teach you, I'm going to create a booth, huh? Don't make me put you in the booth. I'll do it. See how he distracts me. Hi, Machis. Elizabeth. Okay, you guys, I did nothing. I simply stood there. I know, right? But if there was a camera, it would have been like, I don't know. Sometimes I think cameras exaggerate the truth more than they're supposed to, if that makes sense. You sort of get what I'm saying? But then once the forensics, like David Klatzko comes in, and then shreds it bit by bit, you actually get the meaning of what actually took place. I mean, yeah. I know you didn't. I just said you did nothing. I just said that. Okay, see, I need to. Why are the comments? What is this thing? Wait, close here. Sorry. The real deal, Queen royalty and all. Okay, you oaks are all talking about yourselves. Electrocuted in the head with 420 volts. You did that. Oh shit! What did you stand? What? How? Where was the cable? Did the cable fall? Did it like? No wonder you've got red hair. Is that the secret? Okay. Join Facebook page. See on post on Discord and instruction. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, who largest it? How long have we been going? Nearly an hour. We got someone's dropped off again. It's okay. I take anybody else. So what else? Okay, so what did you guys do today? Did you go out? Was it cold in Cape Town? Did you go out? Did you brace the cold? Were you doing something you needed to tackle, like clean behind the stove or clean behind something? Or did you, what did you do? Did you just chill? I think Chad, what are you watching again? What the joking discovered your whitey handle name. Okay, I don't know what that means. Anyway, YouTube handle name. Anyway, oh yes, that would be 420 volts. That would be cool. Yeah, call yourself 420 volts. So yeah, that's about me, guys. Unless you don't want to share, or no, can no one join us this evening? TG. Okay, we're not going to stuff this up like we did the other day. How do they do it? They call which?
Who wants to call?
I don't know if there's anyone who wants to call. Cat butlers, a bit of lycra dripping with extra cheese. Huh? Cat butlers. Ooh. A bit of lycra dripping with extra. Are you two role playing in the bedroom now again? Hey, giving you. You froze. What, did you go running? Ooh, did you see that biker rally mission? That was impressive. Well done. And they also make a fuckload of noise. So, yeah. That's definitely the way to do it. Oh, and I would have loved to have been there on riding on the back on one of them. Oh, there's nothing. Yeah, I know. In Cape Town and here in Pretoria, outside the Union buildings. Yeah. Brilliant. Now, well done, guys. Well done. Even as for just showing your support, but it can't be a gist anymore. It's actually just not. It's not kosher. Just really not fucking kosher. Like, we have to take our power back. But anyway, now I don't know. What are you doing? What? Totenkopf says, woke up, drank coffee, watched Chris White, spoke with you, smoked cigs, drank more coffee, watched Chris White, and now, yeah. Thanks for that precocious breakdown. Excellent. I should order a butler. Yes, I have 2 of them, but I need a bell, else they don't work. Yummy at Cat, the real pizza place, much better than the rest, and they do keto basis. Yeah, that's quite cool. Answer to your question, Ruth. I'm watching The Umbrella Academy on Netflix. Yeah, so if you got into it, I mean, I need to finish watching Outlander because I got TG Guy to, and I love Outlander. Oh, that chemistry. Just that one season, I think in season 3, where his nemesis finally catches him. Okay, I'm not going to ruin it for everybody, but that was nasty. I thought about that yesterday with broken feet and all. But anyway, no, it was rough times, the 1700s. When was antibiotics discovered? Only after the 1800s. If you got an infection, like you cut yourself or an arrow went through you or you got cut by a blade, chances are you didn't die from the wound. I mean, you didn't die from the knife. You died from the infection and the gangrene that would sit in and the stench of your rotting flesh. And they'd either have to amputate it. Yeah, very, very, very grim indeed. Okay, Elizabeth, I went to shop for veggies. Very good. I also ordered veggies. I ordered actually from a farmer somewhere here in Pretoria who brought me grapes this big. Sweet. Okay. I got oyster mushrooms, which I made last night. Divine. Yes, did some work. Very good. Always good to work. Helped the parents with free movies. Excellent. Such a good daughter. Chatted to you and had supper. Lazy day. Excellent. Well, we also going to have a lazy day. So, yes, the umbrella effect. Okay, so Chad, what is... No, I'm never going to get this right. It's like your name. The Umbrella Academy on Netflix. The Joking Atheist. Yes, also, people who are want to come discuss a little bit of... who are we in terms of dogma? Who gets to tell us how we feel, how we believe, what laws to follow? So the Joking Atheist also has a technique, what's it called? The religious chat room group, where all things, it's a safe space to communicate religious beliefs, narratives, ideas, etc. Kind of very interesting. I think I have a lot to say. As usual, which I do so here as well. But yeah, Discord, people. Discord. I know it's a gaming platform and it's a chat thing. It's a little bit freaky. In fact, it feels like the very first time I ever went on the internet. I remember I was at a very wealthy friend's home, and her mother would be on the internet. And you still had the dial tone. Ding, 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 ding. And she would chat to a chap in New York. And she said, I should chat to him. And him and I used to spend hours chatting, but like typing, like it was literally like in DOS, chatting on the internet, like we'd be in a chat room. And it was incredible. And that was my first experience of the internet. And that was when I was 16 years old. Yeah. True story. True story. Yeah, she was already on the internet back then. People with money could do those sort of things. Germ says that it is strange, though. I must be honest, it's not. But what's your new Germ? What's your new what's it called? DACO. I remember I registered. I wrote down my registration and everything. What are you finding? Is it working for you? Because we'll all change. I don't mind going on there. I don't mind. Listen, if I have enough people to help me manage my stuff, for sure. I don't do Twitter. I don't know if I should do Twitter. I don't know if I want to do Twitter. I have enough real birdies in my life that I try and look after. I don't want to look after some fake bird that takes way too much of my energy. TG? Cling, cling. Cling, cling, cling. There's nothing coming out. Can I have some? What's on the, where's the other Sprite here? And you can pour a dash of that limoncello. There's some, see that little red Smirnoff bottle there? Look there. Look. Right, you can pour a katzbuchi in there. Who's having a dop tonight, people? Yay! I hope you guys remember to go to the bottle store. Please, it's limoncello. It's handmade. It's limoncello. Rosie made it for me. So what do you, I mean, Telegram is okay. You can also block you. I think Discord's got lots of functions, actually. You can create rooms. You can do lots of things. I think you should maybe look at having a look at it, Germ. I'm impressed with it. I really am. Yeah, I just use Telegram. I must say, should we create a Telegram group? Maybe we should. Elizabeth, what do you think? Another Telegram group. Well, most people here are already on Telegram. I lurk through Twitter to watch the tennis match. I didn't even remember. Listen, LinkedIn and Twitter. I registered. I don't know what my passwords are. I can never remember my passwords. I'm the worst. Absolute worst with those things. And Jenny, you have one for all, and that just makes you feel uneasy. No. Don't like it. And also, I couldn't be bothered. Like, I don't know. Like, after the whole Helen Ziller tweet thing and how outrageously outrageous it was taken out of context, bite me. Like, yeah, I understand that was not, she didn't think that through properly. But I mean, that was not her intent. Her intent was not to say, to not be nasty. Now I'm going down the political wormhole. Elizabeth said, yeah, fuck. Okay, we stick with the Discord, Jim. See you on Telegram. No, I'm not on Telegram. See you on WhatsApp. If Jim behaves, we might let him join the WhatsApp group. He's got everyone's numbers on there anyway. Yes, but we'll see. Where's Marika tonight? Is Marika not here? People, send Marika a message. She must come join us. Or is she like surviving what they carried last night? That was an amazing. I can't believe I felt like tired, and then I'm awake again. Like, I cannot believe the pain pills. I phoned my friend who knows all things medicine this morning. I said to her, this thing, what's in it? Oh no, it's got caffeine in. I said, right. Thank you. That's for me not sleeping. All I know is I pray I'm going to sleep like a dream tonight. I want to have lots of fun and dream. Feel like a rock concert, lol. I'm going nuts with all these groupies. Feels like a rock concert, lol. What groupies? What are you talking about? What, on Twitter? Okay, if you want to, you can do it. Elizabeth, who are you talking to? Linked is good. It's like a small shell collection on the beach. Okay. I get them. I get loads of them because people know, and they usually want my boss, and they know I work for him. So I couldn't be bothered. I don't know. There's always this thing, and once upon a time, there was this thing. I don't like texting. I think I've had a lot of fights with friends from misunderstanding text messages. I'd prefer to send voice notes because text messages get, depending on the mood of the person, depending on everything. Actually, when we went out last week, we were sitting at a table and there was a couple fighting about the text message that they'd received. And obviously the one wasn't feeling in a very like accepting way. And the one person mistook it to mean something else. And I don't think I'm the only one who's seen this. I've had it happen to me where the gist of the tone of the message is misconstrued when it's not really like that. I don't know. I prefer voice notes. Just don't tell anyone. Don't tell my. No, I'm not saying anyway. There's someone I really don't want to know who had to learn to use a voice note. Definitely do not want that person learning how to use a voice note. I will never stop for the rest of my life. I think it's awesome. Kat says, Elizabeth, I'm proud of my age. I don't remember what the age is, to be honest, and we don't have to reveal it here, or if you have already, good on you. I'm also proud of my age. I have grown more in the last, sure, it feels like 5 years nearly. 5 years, I'd say 4 to 5 years. I mean, I thought at 37 I was old. No, and I still don't feel old, and I don't think I'll ever feel old. I just have to get the body working. The body just has to be working. And then, sorry, what do we do with these little tins? Do these little tins recycle? I never know. Like, everything does recycle, but like, do these little ones recycle? And now they're actually valuing plastic. It's about bloody time. Kitty, can you catch? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yay, caught it. And Twitter and YouTube, too much social media is bad for your health. I agree. No, actually, what I really feel is mainstream media is terrible for your health. And I mean, I actually want to start reading old newspapers. They're going to become an art form. I'm glad I've kept some of the greatest newspapers of all time. I think I did one on the royal family when Diana died. I kept that one. I actually bought the one when Cyril was elected. I have Mandela's death. I have what else do I have? I think Zuma going to his first trial or something. Maybe I'm a bit of a hoarder. Oh, fuck. I need more trommels. Yeah. So, Jim, are you public? I don't know if this is the right thing, but where's your print stuff coming through? I wish you could meme it. I think you would do so well if you could put it on memes, but I don't know if you get paid for doing that. I think your stuff is hilarious and it needs to be out there. Maybe I just don't know where to find it. So please tell me where I can find it so I can share it, because I've already seen stuff of yours on groups. So please, pretty please, think about it. Elizabeth, recycle. I do recycle. You must see my bottles. I'm recycling water. If I could reconstruct my house to get to pump, actually all I need actually is a hose. It's very possible, and a pump, and it pumps my groceries. The way houses and homes in this country have been built. I mean, if you live in a house that's cool in summer, that's great, but in winter you end up freezing because it just, unless you have full day sun on all your windows. It's fantastic. But a lot of us don't have that because of high rise buildings and small spaces and stuff. So email in the newsletter. I struggle with my email as well. I'm horrendous at this whole media thing. Like I say, hello? Anybody there? Okay, great. Elizabeth, same. Get rid of all these serious nuts. Yeah, speaking of nuts. Yeah. And Jim, I know you mentioned about the geese. I'm sorry. It's always hard when little things, it's sad. It's very sad. I just wonder you never know, hey, what the end game is. What if, like the whole butterfly effect, right? Like, what if a sacrifice of something we may think is so important at the time is actually part of something a lot bigger? Like, had that little something happen, it would have created more, like, a worse effect down the line. Or don't you just sometimes feel that everything that happens is just like, wow, like meant to happen? Like, maybe you don't see it all the time. I mean, so get this. So before I turn into Daisy DeMalka, I'm now sitting at the hospital for like 4 hours. Okay, doctor is still in theatre. Apparently the nurses told me I can be discharged, but I'm still waiting for the people to click and the whole palaver and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so I phoned TG. Now my son's school basically comes out at 2, and you can get that from like 1:45, and they start letting the kids out if they see you there, and they were waiting because it's a small school. So 1:53, I phone TG and I say, "Where are you?" And I thought, knowing that I'm in hospital and ready to come out, that he'd already be at the school waiting for my boy to leave school, which means he's going to be another 15 to half an hour's time extra. Maybe I should have waited, because maybe then I would have seen the doctor. Who knows? But, and who should it be? My sister from another Missy. A sissy from another Missy. She says, "Rufus, where are you? I want to bring you." I was thinking about sushi the other day. That would be marvelous. And sorry, I think we have a signal issue. That would be absolutely marvelous. And he needs a fishbowl, TG. He needs an absolute fishbowl. And she said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm actually stuck in the hospital. I'm waiting to be discharged." So I literally live very close to the hospital. So she said, "Well, do you need to be fetched?" And I was like, "Hell yeah." I said to the lady, "Okay, I'm ready to go. Call the porter. I'm packed. I'm out of here. Bye." The guy at the entrance lobby of the ward of the place where you eventually get out, he's like, "Oh wait, I haven't told the doctor. I don't know." And the doctor said, "Yeah, she just needs the moon boots and the painkillers and what have you. But I do need to speak to him on Monday and find out exactly what he did." I read the report and it said 4 sutures, which means there's 4 stitches. Look, I suspect tomorrow and Monday will be slightly more painful, but you know, there's a lot more people in pain, and I think the worst pain to be in is this pain, where you can't get out of your own cage and you're too scared. I think that's the worst kind of pain and the worst kind of courage. Like, that's where you need courage. I don't understand. TG, can you put yourself behind a bubble? What do you... Anyway. So yes, so these are a few of my ideas. I think, shall we call it a night? We're going to call it a night. Alrighty. Yes, so brilliant stuff. Elizabeth says, yes, everything is setting you up for where you need to be. Learn to appreciate your current life position and situation. I learned the lesson, otherwise you can't move on to greater things. Yeah, and try and face your fears, people. Try and face your fears. Cool, man. All right, everybody. Have a safe and lovely evening. And yeah, we'll be in touch. Bye.